This week on Campus Update, beach bike racks, APA's monthly comedy club, MMET's album showcase, explaining Obamacare, Professor Preston's tips, an interview with Bonnie Castrey.
Hello Oilers, I'm Nicholas Trollman. The HBHS student body has a long-standing tradition of making large impacts on the surrounding community. This tradition continues on with Huntington Beach High School's very own Mitchel Anderson, who as a part of an Eagle Scout project gave back to the community by installing 5 new bike racks on the shores of Huntington State Beach. Although these attractive bike racks were added to the beach as a place for bicyclists to keep their belongings safe, many beachgoers wrongfully assume that they are pieces of public art. Regardless of what you think they are indeed bike racks and serve as a standing commitment from a member of our student body back to the community. Next time you ride to the beach, use one. This year's Actors Repertory class has produced a new type of fundraiser in the form of stand-up comedy, improv, and skits, also known as the Comedy Club. Here's Colby with the story.
APA recently introduced a once-a-month comedy club that promises to be both entertaining for students and adults. For more information, we went to the head of the comedy club, Mr. Rodenberry, and some of the actors themselves.
The Comedy Club features our actors rep in improvisation, stand-up, and sketches. It is different from our other plays in that the students create the show and it is different every performance. Tickets are $5 for students and $10 for adults. It's in a nightclub type setting and our audience members can buy drinks or snacks to enjoy at their tables in front of the stage.
In girls golf news, Maddie Anderson will be a medalist with her lowest round of the year. She is currently ranked second in the Sunset League points with 2 matches left. The varsity team has just won its 8th win of the season, the most ever for the program. Congratulations, ladies. Now let's take a look at the students and staff of MMET, who have been hard at work preparing their first big concert of the season, the Beatles Classic Album Series. Here's Ryan with more.
The 10th annual Beatles Show takes place this November 7th and 8th, starting at 6 p.m. Every year, the MMET department focuses its attention on one of the 13 albums released by the Beatles in the 1960s. This time around, the featured songs are from the double album called The Beatles, or as it came to be known, the White Album. Due to the popularity of the show, it will take place at the First Christian Church's main auditorium. Tickets are for sale online at hbappa.org, and it's $15 for students and $20 for adults.
The Beatles Show is also a fundraiser for MMET to help repair and replace equipment. To add to the value of the show, a 17-song pre-show of Linda Ronstadt hits will also be performed by sophomore, freshman, and new MMET players starting at 6 p.m. Make sure to support your friends and come see this show on November 7th and 8th. Student discount coupons are available. In national news, the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare as its detractors call it, is a controversial subject that has caused conflict, confusion, and furthered political polarization in America. But do people really know what it entails? What is the Affordable Care Act, and how will it affect you? Here's Aaron with the facts.
Many people think that healthcare reformations in America will hurt many people, but the truth is 80% of the people will not be affected and can remain in their current health plans. What it means for students is that young people will be able to benefit from their parents' healthcare plan until the age of 26. What it means for students is that young people will be able to benefit from their parents' healthcare plan until the age of 26. Obamacare opened for registration on October 1, 2013, but coverage doesn't start until January 1, 2014. The enrollment period ends March 31, 2014, and at that time, health care will be required either through employer's exemption or a plan you select. Failure to enroll results in a fine of $95 or less. Some predict that Obamacare may cause extended waiting periods to receive medical help and will cut salaries for private doctors and insurers. We will have to wait and see how this controversial issue plays out in the upcoming year.
With Halloween just around the corner, many people are already preparing for the spooky day. Here's Professor Preston with some tips on how to act during the holiday.
Hello Oilers, I'm Professor Preston, and as you can see, I am not just for October, but that does not mean I will not give you tips. Today's tips are about Halloween preparation, so let's begin. Tip number 1, if your costume has a weapon, please do not bring it to the school or else you will get in trouble.
Alright, we're taking you out. You even know how dangerous this thing is?
Come on man, just put on my costume.
That's what they always say.
Tip number 2, be careful who you scare. It could have repercussions.
Gotcha, Mr. B.
You're failing now.
And tip number 3, have a safe and happy Halloween. Stay curly, Oilers!
This week, we meet again with the president of Huntington Beach Union High School District Board of Trustees, Bonnie Castrey, to help shed some light on the inner workings of our schools at the top administrative level.
Every 4 years, board members are elected. School policies are made at the Board of Trustees level, which is the 5 elected board members. And then the staff, the superintendent and his cabinet, and then all the principals of the schools implement the policies. And the way that we actually come about getting policies is through the education code, through the state of California. Unless there's something specific that comes up that the Board of Trustees wants to set a policy for just our district. So that's the cities of Westminster, Fountain Valley, Huntington Beach, a little piece of Garden Grove, and Midway City.
And lastly, this clip mysteriously showed up in an envelope shoved under our studio door. Apparently, it's from the HBHS Yearbook staff. Their message is simple. If you see any of these people running around campus and they are pointing a camera at you, do not panic. They are taking photos for the yearbook. They wanted us to make it clear. If you are approached by one of these people for a photo, please be cooperative and nobody will get hurt. They have a new website you should check out, and feel free to follow the yearbook staff on social media and hashtag your Instagrams to #HBHS Yearbook. Who knows, they might publish you. That concludes our show. I'm Nicholas Trollman, and make sure to come back next week for our Halloween special.